everybody, just when you thought I was going to be done for the weekend, you're wrong, I'm back, and I have another look at Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, Beta 4. So, actually what's been going on here is I got a buddy of mine over on Quarter to 3, going by the obviously made-up affectation John Reynolds. He asked me, well actually I asked him, because he was talking about his Votary build, which has been kind of evolving over the last few weeks. It seems like what he wants to play with in the final version of the game, and some of that's because he's been playing around with the beta and watching some of my videos and getting some ideas. So I offered to showcase his latest, possibly final incarnation of the Votary. Let's dive in. So he sent me his save game, and I'm playing with his character. He's got kind wayfarers and a Hellwalker, and the idea is the Hellwalker overcomes its malice of taking extra damage because it A, wears very heavy armor, and B, the kind wayfarer on Flames of Devotion hit, as we saw just yesterday in my video with kind wayfarers, heals significantly, especially since the healing in kind wayfarers I have since learned does indeed scale off of your might, your bonus healing. So the plan here is to just wade in fists of pummeling and healing everybody while just destroying everything. To that end, he is wearing exceptional plate, although it's really not necessary. Like, I haven't seen this character take like any damage, hardly at all. I did try with fine scale armor, medium armor. It was a little closer, and I did have to use athletics once, but not that much. However, it is kind of nice and I had to worry about it. And a monk in full plate armor is kind of a cool side twist. So, let's do this. I'll mention this now, I actually wanted to show off the crafting. So we'll talk about crafting here in a bit after I show off this build. Alright, so he has Leap available to him because of a pair of boots, which I will not use because I'm going to A, forget about them every time, reliably, and B, you don't know you're going to have them. So for your own personal planning, if this is the kind of build you might want to look into yourself, we'll just assume you don't have them. I did give him this cool ring I picked up from an earlier fight. This particular build, because it heals so many guys, I kind of wanted to show it off in a group fight. So I've turned off most of the AI. I left the fighter's AI on. Everybody else is mostly just kind of auto-attacking. The priest is also still using his cautious priest AI. That came with the game. So let's just move in here and get into it. Alright, here we go. Our first target. What we want to do is I would like to have the priest drop Watchful Presence, just in case things go sideways. We're going to, because the fight hasn't started yet, instantly pop Swift Fury. And that's going to trigger his Wellspring of Life, which is going to make all of his other abilities quite a bit more potent. He's already got 3 wounds on him too, so he's dealing already extra damage and healing for even more. So he can Stunning Blow and Torment's Reach. I've done this fight a couple times, and I can tell you he will never even need to use this. So he can. It's a pretty good build. He's also got Sworn Rival, which is my favorite flavor of the rival, which is you get your Zeal point back after the guy dies. And he has Flames of Devotion, not upgraded yet. Let's see here, and I'm using Zealous Focus. Man, I bet you if I had put up Zealous Endurance, I could have really gotten away with medium armor. Oh, food for thought. Okay, so let's have this guy go up here and have her just go ahead and open up with Magic Missile. Alright, you guys are out of range of the flow. Okay, here we go. I want to get this Watchful Presence on these guys. There we go. Alright, let's get this started. Sworn Enemy, Flames of Devotion. No one's even really hurt. Let's just save the Flames of Devotion for a second. Alright, now we got a little bit of damage on us. Bounding Missiles hit pretty hard. Let's just go ahead and not take any chances and start doing this. There we go. People are healing, and they're healing a lot. 24 points of damage are healing from that. That's just with +5, by the way. I'm going to have more healing in a moment. But that's dual attacking, Flames of Devotion, healing a total of 50 points of damage to everybody in the area. That's kind of insane. Let's go ahead and mark this guy. And flames him. Let's let the action build up a little bit here first. Actually, why don't you cast Slow, which is a horrifying minus 33% action speed against willpower. Well, let's go ahead and pop that on these guys over here. Well, I'll give you something to do. You can blind this guy. He's going to die anyway. Okay, barely even got my... Alright, these guys, by the way, are level 6. So this is an at-level fight at level 6 difficulty. Okay. Heal these guys up. That was brutal. That was very brutal. I mean, he's got 10 wounds on him, so his strength is crazy high. I wonder if he's got... See, if the priest had... This is the priest the beta gives you. But if the priest had Holy Might, I could be dropping +5 more might on an area effect and get all these guys that have +5 might for a good amount of time. That's a very powerful spell for level 1. Okay, let's get this guy marked and take him out. Alright, let's get him moved up so he can get some free healing when I mark this guy. And then Flames of Devotion him. There we go. Look at that. No one took any real damage throughout the course of the fight. Now, granted, this character is a couple levels higher than he should be for here, but that really only gives him a few extra points of accuracy in this particular case, and damage for his... maybe not really damage, even. I'm not sure about that. So, yeah, there you go. That's this Votary build. It's a very strong build. There's actually a pretty tough fight down here we could try and do. I don't think it's much of a spoiler to this fight, because I don't know if this fight will even look like this in the actual game, but this is a more challenging fight, and I have not tried with this build. I suspect it'll work out pretty well, though. Alright, let's take this guy out. Let's get fast. Let's get this guy marked. Oop, that guy died already. It's alright. We want to mark her for sure. And then really hurt her. There we go. Especially since she almost dropped. Let's just hammer away with another one. There we go. We'll keep on pummeling. Actually, I might as well go ahead and mark him first. Oh, she's got 4 health left. Now she's got 36 health left. Yeah, that's a really powerful effect with healing your guys like that every time. I'm out, and this guy's almost dead, so let's just use a empowerment to get some of my points back. And renew this. And Flames of Devotion him. There we go. There we go. That was a Votary. That has been very well thought out. That's the Kind Wayfarer effect. Really, really triggering a lot of punishing damage with the Monk Hellwalker, and then healing everybody with the Flames of Devotion. That's a great build. I like that build a lot. Alright, before I end things, though, let me take a look real quick at crafting, because I had someone ask me on the official forums about it, and there's not much we can really do with crafting in the beta, at least. That is mostly just because there's not a lot of crafting materials, but I will expand these out and give you guys a moment to look at each of them. Remember, you can hit the K button on your keyboard to pause Netflix, and J and L to rewind and fast forward 10 seconds, in case you didn't know that, because I didn't until my kids told me about it. Alright, there we go. That's a cool looking icon. I love the artwork in this game. The icons and stuff are fantastic. Alright, here's Incredible Food, which again, in this particular case, we can't actually even see what the food does because there's no mouse over for it or anything. Presumably it would be very good food, this Incredible Food, for when you go camping. But you won't have a lot of it. But you could give your crew plus 10 morale. So that's what Incredible Food does for you. Hearty Breakfast. I'm mostly looking at this for the just so you can have a chance to read the description if you want, I guess. Okay, here we go. And then very positive. Candied Nuts. Forgetful Night. I didn't really do a lot of cooking in the first game, so I'm kind of glad they did something more interesting with food this time, for sure. And I never used poisons much either, but poisons are actually really awesome. There's a couple, I think this one you can buy from the shopkeeper in the beta, and it like gives -1 armor, and I think raw damage over time. It just imbues your weapon with it. It's kind of awesome, and it seems like a thing that a rogue or any character might want to invest in alchemy, to have poisons be like a very potent thing they can just do. Man, some of these look awesome. Alright, and then here's the potions. I'm not going to click on all of these because, I mean, they just do the usual thing. Actually, I don't even know if we get like a description really of the actual effects. We don't get hard numbers here, do we? I notice potions have a very quick cast time, but they have very different recovery times sometimes. I'm not sure if these numbers are going to end up being finalized. I do kind of miss the tyranny method. I guess I'm going to click on all these. I do kind of miss the tyranny method of potions, where you can use a potion and it's instantaneously used, but all potions are on a cooldown. All consumables are on a cooldown. Because I like potions, I like using them, but they're slow, so they have to be really good to make me not want to punch or attack or cast a spell. And then here are the scrolls level 1. Again, these are just the spells of the same name. Here's level 2 spells. Here's level 3. 4. You're not going to believe this, but here's 5. I don't know why I'm reading you guys like your children. Here you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, and these are nowhere near all the spells in the game. And I'm going to guess nowhere near all the scrolls in the game either. In fact, I suspect this list is woefully short of the full version things. This is probably just what they had when they put the beta out. At least for the scrolls. The potions could be finalized, I guess, here. So anyway, that's all there is for that. Now, I will say that let's take a look at crafting by getting a potion, or an axe that is yellow. I don't actually remember what that means. Hold on a second. Let me look and see if I can find that. Here we go. Yellow. You know, this thing right here, where it's like not blue like a normal magical item or a fine quality item, but yellow, like a magical item. So how it works is, normal items don't have enchanting anymore. You can't just take any old fine warhammer and give it a flaming lash or make it exceptional. Instead, weapons that have like backstories and higher quality stats and additional effects, these can be enchanted. And when you enchant, and again, it's unfortunate that wasn't fully implemented for this game, but what you're effectively doing is you're enchanting these specific effects. For every single weapon, this is how I understand it, every single thing in the game that has additional effects, these effects can be improved and upgraded by expending resources. So for example, we can imagine that this plus 15 defense against plant attacks while you're above 75% health is upgraded somehow. Can you tell what we're looking at here? This is so weird looking. So I'll let you guys parcel through what this is probably trying to say here, but it just looks like, actually it looks like this is just adding specifically these effects. Plus 25 defense against plants while above 50% health. Plus 15 against plant attacks while above 75, and against poison attacks. And then on here we have 100% melee damage to plant targets. So that's, you know, great. It looks like it upgrades this from 30% to 100%. So I love the idea behind this enchanting system. We just don't really know much about it. At least I don't, anyway. So, alright, well, thanks for watching this somewhat lengthy video, but I wanted to cover crafting and show off this build. So, thanks again to John Reynolds for providing the save game and the build idea and construction. And if you guys have any questions for me on this build or want to see something else specific, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching.